All right, boys and girls, welcome to today's video challenge. And the challenge of today's video is to finish this lesson in less than 5 minutes, 5 minutes or less, so you guys can get on to your worksheet. So here we go. Let's see if we can give this a shot. So yesterday we talked about simplifying radicals. And if you look at this first one here, it's just a number inside the radical symbol. And what we want to do is find a couple factors that can break up into 60 that produce a perfect square. So when I do that, I know I can break that down into 4 times 15. I can circle 4, that's a perfect square, take it outside, that becomes 2 times the square root of 15. 15 can't be broken down any further, that's as far as it goes. Then we talked about yesterday how, well, what happens if you have an even exponent, or a couple days ago, even exponent above a variable. Well, that's good news. If it's an even exponent, which is what we have here, just divide that exponent by 2 and it gets to escape the radical symbol. So it gets to escape and becomes y to the third because we divided that exponent by 2. Take a look at the third one, x to the ninth. Here's where we run into a problem. It's not an even exponent, but I can simply change that to an even exponent by making its factors x to the 8th times x to the first, which we know is x to the ninth. Now this guy is even, so he can escape. Bam, he's out of there. X to the first has to stay. Can't do anything with that. When it escapes, so you got to remember, divide that by 2. That becomes x to the fourth. The other x must remain inside the radical symbol. It cannot escape. Okay, here, take a look at the next one. Now, again, I got some things going on here. I noticed that this right now is not a perfect square, and I've got an odd exponent, so it can't escape, so I got to do some manipulating. This 3 on the outside is just waiting for something to come out so it can multiply itself by whatever escapes the radical symbol. So we'll talk about the 3 in a minute. Okay, so first of all, let's break down to 20. So that's going to be 3. 20 can be broken down into 4 times 5. Now I'm going to break down the x to the 11th. Well, let's just make that x to the 10th times x to the first. Now, here's my perfect square. There's an even exponent. Those guys get to exit. And when they exit, that becomes 3 times 2 on the outside. Also, cross that off so you know you don't use that. X to the 10th, divide that by 2. That becomes x to the 5th. And cross that off. Now the only thing that remains is 5x. So really your final answer is 6x to the 5th times the square root of 5x. And this answer looks kind of complicated. It looks like it's not right, but it actually is. Okay, I've got 2 more minutes to go. Let's see how far I can get. Okay, now on this page, I'm going to do a couple problems that you're going to see on your worksheet today. So take a look at E, which is right here. I've got negative the square root of 28 x to the fourth. Again, this negative is just waiting for something to come outside the radical symbol. And so here we do not have a perfect square. This is an even, so that's good news. I can escape that right away. So let's go ahead and break down the 28 into 7 times 4 times x to the fourth, and I'm going to circle that. That can escape. That can escape. When you escape the 4, what's the square root of 4? That is just a 2, so that's going to be a negative 2. Here I've got an even exponent, so divide that by 2, x to the square, cross those guys off. They got to escape. The only thing that didn't escape is a 7. So you can see that is this guy right there. Okay, moving on to the green guy. Here I've got 24x to the fourth, y to the second. Good news, these are even. 24, just break that down into 4 times 6. X to the fourth, y to the second. This can go, and this can go. So the 4 becomes a 2. Cross that off. X to the fourth. X to the fourth becomes x squared. Cross that off. Y to the second just becomes y. The only thing that's left in there is square root of 6, and that one is located right here. Okay? All right, running out of time here. Let's see what I can do. Okay, this one I am doing t, which is right here. Negative is just waiting on the outside. Break down the 40 into 4 times 10. 8 to the second times 8 to the first. 4 can escape. That becomes negative 2. A, 10A. Okay, pause. Okay, down to 9 seconds. Let's see here. Okay, got some work to do on this one. This 5's waiting outside to see what escapes to multiply it by it. So let's see, 5 out here. 98 I can break down into 2 times 49. 8 to the 20th is even. I'm going to leave that. B to the third becomes B to the second times B to the first. Okay, circle the things that can escape. 49 can escape, 8 to the 20th can escape, and B to the second can escape. Okay, 49 escapes because the square root of 49 is 7, so it's going to be 5 times 7. 8 to the 20th gets to escape because it's even. Divide that by 2, that becomes 8 to the 10th. B to the second gets to escape because it's even. Divide that by 2. That just becomes B to the first. The only thing left inside is 2B. And then simplify what we got out front. That's 35 A to the 10th B. What's left on the inside is 2B. Let's see if anything resembles that in my answers. And in fact, right here, I have a match. All right, so even though I got the last problem right, unfortunately, I failed in my challenge. Better luck next time for Mr. Gate. I will work harder. And again, if you have any questions, go back, review the video, maybe play it a little slower. If I talk too fast, I apologize for that. Or, of course, there's always the office hours. You could find Mr. Como or myself in, or just email us any questions that you may have. Okay? All right, good luck out there.